Hey guys, it's Charlotte and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel I think I should say, because this is a new channel. I'm really excited about this video. I'm excited to finally be doing this. I've been wanting to start this channel for a while now, and I just kind of have kept putting it off for various reasons. So today is finally the day to film this video, hopefully edit it and upload it today. I'm super excited and I hope that you guys are too. This video is kind of going to be a bit of a weird one. Half of it, or a small part of it, is for you guys and is just introducing myself and letting you know what this channel is going to be all about. And then the most end of the video, like most of the video, which is towards the end, I'm really good with words, is going to be me just kind of chatting and talking about my summer, so my last 2 months. And it's mainly just kind of updating you guys if you're interested, and letting you know what I've kind of been doing, but also for me to keep the memories, because I haven't vlogged it even though I really wanted to. I kind of chickened out a bit, and so I want to have these memories and I want to have these emotions while they're still kind of fresh in my mind. But I wanted to just start out by introducing myself, letting you guys know what's up, what's going on, what this channel is going to be, and all that fun stuff. So my name is Charlotte. I am 19 and a half years old. I'm turning 20 at the beginning of 2020, which is crazy to think about. Like, I can't fathom that. I just graduated high school by like 2 months ago, almost, yeah, like pretty much exactly 2 months ago. 2 months and like 2 days. And that's just crazy, like wild to me. I am a little old for graduating high school. But that's because I actually lived in Australia for 4 years, and when I moved to Australia, since they start in February, I suppose like September, August, I had to redo half a year when I moved there, and when I moved back to Europe, I had to redo half a year again, so I'm kind of a year behind. But yeah, I guess that's something that you should probably know about me, is I am from the Netherlands. I am Dutch, I speak Dutch, although my English is better because I have only lived in the Netherlands for 4 years. I've lived kind of all over the world. I have to remember to look at the camera, oh my gosh. I move every 4 or 5 years because of my dad's job. So when I was born, my family was living in Bangladesh, but I was only there for like a couple of weeks, and then we moved to Paris for 5 years, the Netherlands, so our hometown, for 4, Berlin for 4, Australia, so we lived in Canberra, the capital, for 4 years, and now I live in Romania for 2 years, so that's where I currently am at. But I move in a month and a bit, so like 5 weeks. I'm moving to Scotland for university, which is exciting and nerve-wracking. I'm going to be studying computer science, and I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm excited to share it with you guys as well. So that is kind of what this channel is going to be all about. I have another channel called Pink Panda Planning. I've had that channel, but it was called something different since I was 16 years old, so for quite some time now, but I was never really like consistent on it. It was just kind of a hobby on the side, and there's tons of videos on there if you want to see awkward 16-year-old me thinking she knows what she's doing in life when she really doesn't. But that channel is now called Pink Panda Planning, and that's also the name of my business. I have a planning stationery sticker business, and that's that channel. So it's Plan With Me's, and any kind of organizational content goes up on there. So I'll have my shop as well as the other channel linked down below in all of my videos in case you ever want to go see. I will be uploading some vlogs in October on that channel. This will be my main vlog channel, but when I'm setting up my shop in Scotland, when I get to university and kind of resetting everything up, I'm going to be vlogging that, so that will be going over there in case any of you guys are interested in that entrepreneurial side. But yeah, this channel is hopefully going to have weekly vlogs when I get to university. We'll see how it goes there. We'll see how interesting the content will be. And as of right now, for the next at least month and a bit, I have, or at least, yeah, like month and a half, I have planned videos for every Wednesday. So weekly vlogs will go up on Sunday. As of right now, I'm thinking that I won't vlog on Sundays, so that I have that day to kind of edit and upload it. And if something exciting does happen on Sunday, then I will add it to the next vlog. And then Wednesdays there should be bonus videos. So right now I have a mini series planned. I have 6 episodes planned out of a getting ready for university type thing. So packing and organizing and cleaning and decluttering and hauls of stuff that I've already bought, and then eventually moving there. And then once I've moved in, that's when the weekly vlogs will pick up and that series will stop. And then if I have any other lifestyle videos, those will be going up on Wednesday. But again, I'm gonna have to see how I go when I get to university, because I have a lot of stuff to be doing when I get there, because I'm a full-time student. I'll be having a business on the side, I'll be working, and I'll be in probably 3 or 4 clubs and societies. So I'm gonna have a really busy life when I get to university, which I'm very excited about. So I don't know how the channel will go, but we'll see when we get there. Also, one thing you should know about me, I ramble and I talk a lot and I talk very fast. So that is something I will be working on in these videos as well, to make them a little bit more watchable, I guess. But yeah, that's what this channel is, lifestyle. I'm excited to go on this whole college, moving to university journey. I hope that you guys are as well. I'm really looking forward to it, and I love watching those kind of videos, all those moving vlogs and things like that. So hopefully you guys are excited as well. Now that I've rambled on about that, I want to talk about my last 2 months, 2-3 months. I graduated high school with the International Baccalaureate, the IB diploma, which is one of the most vigorous, time-consuming and challenging high school diplomas out there. I don't want to go into too much depth about what the IB is, because if you're interested you can just look it up, but essentially you have to take 6 full-time classes, and you have to write a 4,000-word essay, as well as take a class called TOK, which you have to do a presentation as well as a mini essay. And you have this thing called CAS, which is creativity, activity, and service. So you need X amount of hours and activities throughout your 2-year diploma. Most of the tests, like most of your grade, is based on tests at the end of the 2 years. So there was a month-long period in May. Yeah, in May, with all of May. All the IB students around the whole world were sitting exams. So for each kind of subject, you have 2 to 3 exams. So I had 15 exams in the course of a month. And actually my schedule wasn't that great, because I calculated 40% of my tests on the course of 2 days, which was crazy intense. But I had a month of tests, and the IB is literally the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. The past year has been the most challenging for me because of so many things going on. Something happened at the beginning of the school year on our 2nd day back, and I don't want to talk about it because it's not my story to tell, but it was something that hit me very, very hard and hit all of my classmates and all of my teachers. It was a very intense experience, and throughout the year it's been really tough mental health wise. A couple of my friends were going through stuff. Again, not my story to tell, I don't want to get into that, but I put my all into my friendships and into those people, because my friends really mean the absolute world to me. My friends are some of the most important people in my life, and I'm so grateful that I was able to be there for them. But looking back, it took a huge toll on my own mental health. I lost so much motivation and passion. I'm normally a very happy, positive, bubbly, motivated person, and I lost that completely, which is kind of scary for me. I don't know why I find it so scary, but the thought that I kind of lost myself freaks me out a little bit, because who I am as a person and my personality and my character is something I take pride in a way, and to lose that and to lose what you love so much about yourself is really tough to look back on. And I also kind of went through my own battles of letting go of Australia, because I moved from Australia to Romania 2 years ago, and that was at the time the hardest thing I've ever done in my life until last year. But I had a lot of emotions attached to Australia. I was kind of very much stuck there, even though I was here. And I had to learn to let go, and I had to learn to take a step away from that and those people. I love my friends there. I don't talk to most of them like a lot. I'm hoping to get back in touch now that this crazy year has been is finally over, but I had to learn to let go of Australia. Hey guys, it's future me. You are pre-warned. I am about to say in this little section a lot when talking about Australia, because I really struggle with it and it's a somewhat sore topic for me, and I kind of sometimes struggle to put the thoughts and emotions into words. So sorry for all the umming and ahhing. Yeah, you are pre-warned. And that was really tough in its own way. I had this whole decision as to what I was going to do with my future for a really long time. I thought I was going to do international business administration, like my older sister did. That was just kind of the easy thing. My mom and my sister and my people around me were like, you'd be good at that, you'll like that, don't worry, because I'm a logical person, I love that kind of stuff. But, and I run a business, but that's not the course for me, because I was excited for university, but I wasn't excited for the degree itself. And so I had this whole mental battle of finally picking a tech degree and finally deciding on doing computer science. It was definitely really hard for me. I went back and forth from, oh yeah, I would find something like a degree that I'd be really interested in, but then I would feel like I couldn't do it, I wasn't good enough, so I would settle back for business, then realize I don't want to do that, then go back to tech. It was literally back and forth like 10 times until I finally, like only a week before or like a couple of days before I applied, did I officially decide to do computer science. I also thought I was going to take a gap year for the longest time, but then I didn't. Like, there's just been so much stuff happening that it was a very tough year for me mentally. So I'm glad that it's kind of over and that it's kind of happened. I'm gonna miss high school because I've always loved school, because you get to spend time with your friends, and I love classes, I love maths, call me crazy. So I'm definitely gonna miss it, but with the challenging year that we've all had behind, like the past year that we now have behind our backs, like we're all ready to move on, and I'm kind of content with parting ways with high school. I also really struggled with graduating at such a late age, like I'm older, so to speak, for people who graduate high school. And I really struggled with that because in my last 2 years of high school, I watched my friends in Australia who were my age graduate. They graduated at like December, I can't even remember which year it was now. Then half a year later, my friends from Germany were graduating high school. Then half a year later, my friends who were younger than me in Australia, who I was in their grade level, were graduating high school. And then half a year later, I graduated. So it felt like I'm so ready for university. I'm obviously nervous, but like I feel like I'm not as nervous as some people who graduated with me at this school, because I've been so ready for it, because I've been watching these people who I went to school with and who were my age graduating, and I'm like, I'm supposed to be there, that's what I want, that's where I should be. And so I'm really ready and excited for university. I'm gonna take a second, I'm gonna turn my air conditioner on because it's getting really hot in here. Hopefully you guys can't hear it, but I'll be back. Came back, the air conditioning is turning on, so hopefully you guys can't hear that too badly, otherwise I'll have to refilm these clips, but it's way hot in here. But yeah, I graduated, oh my god, I don't even know my graduation date. I think it was the 29th or the 30th of May, I think. I'm pretty sure that's right. And that was a very stressful week as well. So between exams, and like my exams ended on like a Wednesday or Thursday, and then that Tuesday we had to go, like the next Tuesday we had to go back to school. On Monday was like a first aids course that I didn't sign up for, so on Tuesday I had to go back to school. So we had a couple of days to relax. On Monday, because my mom teaches at my school, so on Monday my mom calls me up. I'm at home in my pajamas doing my thing, and my mom calls me up being like, the principal wants to talk to you, don't know what it's about, it's positive, but you gotta come to school. So my mom picked me up. I wasn't completely nervous because I didn't do anything wrong, I know that as a fact, so he couldn't be telling me off about anything. But I walked into that meeting like thinking, all I thought was, I'm fine with anything, but I'm not speaking at graduation. And I walk into the principal's office, I sit down, and he tells me I've won an international award and that I can speak at graduation, which is great fun. He said to me like, you've like done this before, right? Like you do this all the time. I'm like, never. I was a leader of a service learning group in my school, and I've kind of been in like more leadership roles, but I've never had training like all the people who do those leadership things at my school, they all go through a leadership program, which I did not do. And I always avoid talking in front of big crowds. Like a room of like 15 people, I'm okay with, especially when I like, it depends on the situation, but I was okay with that. Like I was leading 6th graders in activities or like leading the service group and talking to those people. I was fine with that. But like he told me 500 people, I spoke in front of 500 people, guys. And that for me is the biggest deal because I don't do that kind of stuff. I'm the kind of person who is super shaky in front of I thought someone was coming upstairs. I get super shaky in like English orals, and only at this school have I successfully not cried during the English oral. Before that, pretty much always crying. Like I'm a mess with public speaking. So for me to talk in front of 500 people was a huge deal. So I was a little bummed out. I was excited, but like also just really like shaken up. But it was Monday and my graduation was Thursday night and Wednesday was the rehearsal. So I had like very little time to write this speech, very little time to mentally prepare myself. So I was very angry because there's 2 speakers at graduation, like student speakers. It's the valedictorian, and she heard about this like a couple months ago, and then I heard about it like 3 days ago, and I was like, or 3 days before, and I was very frustrated because that whole week was a mess. I was a mess. It was supposed to be a fun, relaxed, good week where I just hang out with friends, we sign each other's notebooks, we eat food, we clean out our lockers, and then we have fun. Cool, great. A couple of like boring speeches and sessions in between, and that's it. But no, it was very stressful because I had to write a speech for 500 people, which I never, ever, ever, ever do or imagine doing. So it was a stressful week for me. And I remember Wednesday I did the rehearsal. Wednesday we had forms to sign, which we had to hand in on Wednesday, like returning textbooks. I couldn't even finish that form. I had to finish that on Thursday, which stressed me out so much because I hate doing things late. So that stressed me out to the core. And then Wednesday, when everybody went home, like a couple of us had to stay behind to practice speeches, and I was very frustrated. And my principal read through my speech, and I'm not gonna like go too much into depth into this, but he essentially was kind of criticizing it a little bit. I know that he meant well and I know that he wanted to help, but it didn't come across that way when I was that stressed and frustrated at him for telling me 3 days prior. But he essentially, like, the International Award is to do with your character, it's to do with the person that you are, how you treat others, and people of different cultures and that kind of stuff, bringing people together, la da 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 da. And so I had to talk about like being an international student and what that meant for me, and like relate it to the audience because everyone in that room was an international student or parent or sibling or something. So that was kind of what the speech was going to be about. So I wrote a speech that was about that. I used small moments in my life to compare myself to people in the audience because he was like, you have to relate yourself to the audience. So I was like, cool, I got this. So I'd be talking about like, as international students and people, we struggle with this. I experienced this firsthand in Australia when this and this and this happened. But like, I only talked about myself in smaller snippets. It wasn't a whole spiel of I'm this, I'm this, I'm this, I'm this, I'm great. So he said to me, to my face, which I was very frustrated about. He meant well, but it didn't come across well. He's like, this speech is not about you, make it less about you. And I was like, if I'm writing a stock standard boring speech, in my head, I didn't tell him this, why aren't you writing it? Why do I have to do this then? Sure, I'm not special or unique in any way, because he even like said to me, you're not in like a unique position or something like that, or you're not special or anything. He said something like that, which I'm not, because most people in my school are international students. I'm not like in Australia where I was like one of the few who traveled so much. So I get that, but it's also a little bit about me because I'm the one who accepted this award. I'm the one sharing my thoughts about it, I guess. And so I got really worked up, and I remember I got really angry and I went up to like the lobby and I was calling my mom because she was at home, and I was ranting to her. I'm like, why doesn't he write this speech? I don't even want to do this. You tell me this 3 days beforehand, and then you tell me it's not about me, then why am I giving it? You should be giving it. I was like ranting to her and crying my eyes out. Most people had like, my grade had left the school because we finished after one workshop. And then a teacher who's actually the mom of one of my friends, and who I'm really close with. She's really, like, she's amazing. She speaks Dutch because she's part Dutch, and she was like, what was that all about? And then I take the whole spiel that I just did to my mom and I ranted, like crying to my teacher, and oh my god, her reaction, she was like, that's nonsense. She was like, she told me, like, just keep it yourself, keep it you, like, you can't give a speech that isn't you, it has to be your words and your story. And she's like, why, like, you're the one who won the award, it's somewhat about you. Like, I'm not gonna stand up there and just talk about me all day, of course, but I'm also not gonna say nothing about me because what's the point? I'm sorry, but what's the point? And so I kind of just took that as, cool, I'm doing my own thing. So I did make a couple edits that my principal wanted me to. Obviously, he's my principal, no longer, but also before that, my English teacher and I are really close. Out of all the teachers in my school, probably my English teacher and my another teacher are the two teachers who know me the best. My English teacher knows me very, very, very well. I hate English, she's fully aware of that, but she knows me so incredibly well, and I asked her to read over my speech. It was actually a very funny incident, and it shows how emotional of a human being I am. I went up to her in the hallway. She's a sweetheart of a person. There's nothing, like, I have nothing wrong with asking her questions, but I literally walked up to her and, like, start, like, getting, like, feeling teary-eyed and, like, choking up. I was like, can you, I was like struggling, but I asked her to read through the speech, and then I think the night before, at some point, it was on Google Classroom where you can put like comments, or not Google Classroom, Google Docs, so you can put comments, and she put some amazing comments. I still have the document. She was like, oh my god, this is so you, I like can hear you say this, I'm so proud of you, this is such a good point. And at the end she was like, I'm so proud of you, I can't wait, and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, if my English teacher who knows me the best, and this other teacher who I'm really close to and knows me pretty well as well, they're both like, this is you, this is your speech, this is great, I'm so proud of you. I'm like, that matters so much more to me because they know me more than my principal ever will. Like, my principal doesn't know me, and that's fine because he doesn't have a reason to, but I was just like all worked up, and I was like, I'm doing this speech, I'll make the small alterations, but I'm doing this speech, and it ended up being a hit, if I do say so myself. I'm very proud of myself for getting through that. So yeah, I gave a speech in front of 500 people, and I can't believe I did that. It was actually really funny because when it was announced to my grade, everyone like looked at me, because amongst the teachers, I don't live in the shadows, but amongst the students, I feel like I live in the shadows. I might not, but I feel like I do. But a lot of people in my grade just don't know me, and I've never had a conversation with me. And I remember we were all sitting on the stage in our chairs, and they're like, oh, and then we'll announce the international award, Charlotte and Hartwig, and everyone's like, don't look at me, I'm not here. And so yeah, I gave a speech. I was nervous. At one point, I remember I took my hand off of, because we had like the stand where the speech was, where you're like holding on. At one point, I took my hand off, and it was like shaking. I'm like, okay, back on. But it was very surreal. I had a small outer body moment during the speech, but I'm really proud of myself and how I delivered it, and people liked it. I had a lot of people that night and the next night with the graduation dinner come up to me and being it was a really good speech, and that they thought it was really good and amazing and This is not being like me being, look how great I am, it's just a memory I want to keep and something I'm very proud of. So that was a very stressful week. And then after that I had a week off, and then I went to Portugal for a week with some of my closest friends. I went with Noelle, Betty and Kaylee for a couple of days to Lagos, which was amazing, so much fun. We went kayaking. Oh my god, that was the best. We went to gorgeous beaches with these like rock caves, and so we went kayaking through the caves. It's hard to see. I have some pictures and maybe 1 or 2 videos. It's really hard to see on camera, but it was just gorgeous because you're in a canoe going through these little caves. It's crystal clear water, like bright blue, like transparent water, and like you look up and there's just caves. It was just amazing, like such an amazing trip. I had so much fun with the girls. And then we met up with Rui, and we went to his home because his family's half Portuguese, so we went to his home. It's a very small town there, but we actually had a really good time as well. We went to the beach, and then we went to, I'm very excited about this, a castle and a palace. I'll try to put the names on the screen because I forgot what they're called. But when I was like, we were planning the trip, I was looking into Portugal, and I found that these castles, like especially the Colorful Palace, which I really wanted to go to, and it was like, I put it on my bucket list to go to. Because I thought it was like, I had no clue where Rui's house was. I had no clue where we were going. It's in Cascais, or in a small place close to Cascais, but I didn't know. I was like, cool, we're going to your house, great, don't have to pay for rent. And then literally the first day when we were there, the first full day, we woke up in the morning, he's like, what do we want to do? We can do castles. I'm like, cool, great, castles. We get there and I realized it's these castles and the palace that I really, really wanted to go to. So that was like the best day of my summer. Not really, but it was close to the best day of my summer. It was a really cool day. I think kayaking was the best day. That was a lot of fun, but that was a really cool surprise to be able to go there, and I really enjoyed that. And Portugal was just a fun trip. I tried to get clips because I wanted to vlog. My friends don't know about my YouTube channel. If you see this, hi, how's it going? This is not weird at all. So I couldn't really vlog it. I tried to get some clips, so maybe I'll insert that kind of now and throughout. And then after that, I went to the US with my family, or we went to the Netherlands for like 3 days, and then we went to the US with my family. We did New York, Washington. Well, we went from New York to Niagara Falls, I think down to Washington. Then we went to the coast to a beach that I don't know the name of, and then we went up to Philadelphia for 4th of July, where we saw Jessica Someone, who I don't know really well, and Meghan Trainor perform, which was a lot of fun. And then we flew home. I was in the Netherlands for a week, just kind of doing nothing. Then we went to France because we have an apartment there for about a week and a half. We have an apartment in the Alps, and we went swimming and just had a kind of relaxed holiday. And then 2-3 days ago, I came home, and that I have been vlogging. But it's been a really great trip. It's been a long summer. I'm so ready to go to university. I always hate summer breaks because I love school. It gives you stuff to do, it gives you a schedule, it gives you people to be spending time with. So summer breaks at some point just get a little bit boring and annoying, and we're at that stage. But luckily we have enough to do before I get to university, so hopefully I can keep myself occupied. But yeah, I think that was pretty much it for this week's video. Or not even this week's video, I have to get used to not saying that because I'm gonna hopefully be uploading twice a week. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm excited for all the future videos. When uploading this is hopefully Friday, so hopefully on Sunday, the first weekly vlog will be coming out of this week, which I'm excited about. And then Wednesday, the first episode in my Getting Ready for University video series will be coming out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video for like the 3rd time. Give this video a big or small thumbs up if you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. Comment down below any other videos you guys would like to see in my Getting Ready for University series, or just the college videos or lifestyle videos or anything. Subscribe if you're new on here and you want to see more of my face, and I shall see you guys in my next one. Bye!